The snow is starting to fall here in Minnesota, so this weekend Dana and I are heading south to Dallas. We flew Spirit Airlines, and since neither Dana nor I have ever ridden with them before, we decided to take a look into what made them different. We were allowed to take on one personal item that was about the size of a backpack. However, any additional carry-on or checked bags came at a pretty steep price. We got all packed up Thursday night, stuffing all of our toiletries, 2.5 days worth of clothes, and all the camera equipment into our 2 backpacks. Our flight wasn't until about 8 o'clock Friday evening, so both Dana and I were able to work a full day.
See you, Robbie. Have a good weekend. You too.
We drove to a park and ride and took the light rail to the Humphrey terminal in Minneapolis. The airport was very empty, which meant that we got through security really quickly. Spirit can be known for their delayed departures, but we didn't have any problem with that and landed in Dallas at 10:30 at night. After a quick transfer on the DART, Dallas rail system, we walked the last mile to Nicole and Travis's house, who are our couchsurfing hosts for the weekend. Unfortunately, they didn't answer our knocks or phone calls, so we called an Uber cab to take us a couple of miles down the road to an area with some hotels. The first place we tried didn't have anyone on duty, so we walked next door, but the price per room there was $150. Continuing on, we stopped by a gas station close at 2 in the morning for some food before we finally found a place to spend the night. They have free HBO and Channel 3. Don't look for them. We woke up Saturday morning and got in touch with Nicole, who was going to come and pick us up at the motel and bring us to the farmer's market. Since we were spending most of Saturday in downtown, it was nice to get a ride to our first stop. We decided to do some taste testing at some of the stands, which included honey wine and a bacon cheddar gourmet brownie. Afterwards, we dropped our bags off at Nicole and Travis's car since they were going to spend the day walking around with us. Unfortunately, the Worship Center at Thanksgiving Square wasn't open until 10 o'clock, but we had seen some amazing pictures with the sun straight overhead. Navigating downtown Dallas proved to be a little more difficult than expected as the 27th annual Dallas Children's Health Holiday Parade flooded the streets. We took a little detour, walking a couple extra blocks trying to find a safe place to cross. When we finally did cross through the parade, we walked to Pioneer Plaza, which is a park commemorating 1800s cattle drives along the Shawnee Trail. On our way back north, we passed by Fountain Place, which had a unique fountain structure at its main entrance. From there, we walked a few more blocks north to Klyde Warren Park, which was our lunch spot. I had a handful of people suggesting that I eat at the Butcher's Son, so Dana and I split a combo of the Mac and Beefy, Southern Hospitality, and the Southern Belle. The 4 of us grabbed a seat to enjoy the 65-degree weather. The park offers free games and free book rentals in exchange for an ID, so we took advantage of that as well. We don't get the chance to buy ice cream from a food truck in December too often, so Dana decided to cap off lunch with a treat from Cool House. Nicole suggested we stop by the Dallas World Aquarium on our walk by to check out some of the free exhibits they have before you reach the ticket counter. After passing some more Christmas decorations, we arrived at the 6th Floor Museum, which is the location of John F. Kennedy's assassination. There are no cameras allowed on the 6th floor, but the exhibits are laid out in a progressive pattern taking you through a timeline of the assassination and what led up to it. Grounds outside were fairly busy as well, which means there's a decent chance you'll come across someone trying to run some sort of public demonstration. After a long day walking around downtown, we hopped back in Travis and Nicole's Mini Cooper and drove over to Continental Bridge Park. It's a very unique park connecting downtown to West Dallas over the Trinity River. However, the bridge itself was closed when we arrived because a TV show was being filmed at the time.
Put your hands up in the air, look skinnier. That's a Y.
A few blocks southwest of the park is the Foundry. Considered to be one of Dallas's best patio bars, the four of us stopped by for a drink. We were getting dinner at the next stop, but the mac and cheese looked too appetizing to pass on. Also, the freezing 60-degree weather was starting to get to Dana, so she got a hot apple toddy to warm herself back up. Since we didn't get the chance to go to the observation deck during the day at Reunion Tower, it was nice to see it lit up on our way to medieval times. You really need to bring your appetizers, their 3-course dinner does not skimp on quantity. After the introduction, they dished out the food as we cheered on the Yellow Knight through some preliminary games before the jousting began. The production actually had a good mix of catering to both children and adults. The actors themselves seemed extremely well versed in their movements while fighting. After taking a walk around the lobby and checking out some of the souvenirs, we headed back north to Nicole and Travis's place for the evening. Dana's the best restaurant in Dallas.
Denny's?
It's an American institution. Trying to squeeze all of our stops into Sunday was going to be tough. We had 9 places to go and had to get to the airport by 5:15. Having gotten suggestions from many people to visit Deep Ellum, we made our breakfast stop at All Good Cafe. Deep Ellum is just east of downtown and is made up of arts and entertainment venues with some of the most fantastic graffiti in the city. You said his name is Big Tex?
Is that a roller coaster in the background?
Yeah, Six Flags is off that direction from downtown.
Trinity River is what?
Kind of gross.
Oh, is it?
And they joke that like when you make a catfish sandwich, you just get a catfish and like throw it in the blender and make a little patty out of it.
Ever heard of Serious Pizza?
Yeah.
We passed by several coffee shops before deciding to check out Cafe Brazil, which had some pretty cool local artwork for sale. Nicole and Travis drove us back to the north side of downtown where Dallas offers free trolley rides around the city.
white water towers on top of the building. That building was a candy store, and that's where Klyde, Bonnie and Klyde, had his first job. Ring the bell?
After playing around a bit, we stopped by the truck yard for their Rice Krispie ice cream sandwich. It also looks like it's going to take a giant bite. That's really cool back here. We were starting to run short on time, so we just took a little stroll along Greenville Avenue. If you have more time, this area looks like a great spot to spend an evening bar hopping. I was looking most forward to our next stop, Top Golf. The game itself is set up similar to bowling, with an interactive screen showing which player's turn it is. It's very similar to a normal driving range with a couple of exceptions. One, there are target pits of different colors and distances from the tee, and two, each ball has a computer chip in it to measure its distance and location. After sinking the shot of my life, we drove over to the Galleria, which is our last stop for the weekend. The skating rink and the rotunda looked fun to try out, but there were hundreds of people waiting to get skates.
Maybe I'll just follow somebody around until they fall. Just going against the grain now.
Or she doesn't understand that you're supposed to try.
One-way traffic.
I think sometimes it's harder if you're tired.
We found a hotel connected to the mall, so we took a ride up to check it out, and also stopped by the business center to check in for our flight and print off our tickets. We hopped back into the Mini Cooper, and Nicole and Travis drove us to the DART station where we said goodbye and headed back to the airport. D-bus? Okay.
Yeah, you need the bus to D.
We were cutting it very close with our departure time, so we had to rush to our gate. Along the way, we saw that we were delayed by about an hour, which gave us a chance to relax and grab some food. After what seemed like a week, but was actually only 46 hours in Dallas, Dana and I returned back to Minneapolis at 11 o'clock Sunday night. We squeezed in 20 different attractions over our 2 days in Dallas for only $180 each. For more information on any of the locations we visited and a breakdown of how I spent my budget, see the write-up attached to this video.